A horrific car crash in 2004 nearly killed Brian Boyle. In fact, he technically died 8 times before his miraculous recovery. Once told he would never walk again, he is now a triathlete. And this Saturday, he's competing in the first ever New York City Ironman U.S. Championship. Brian Boyle joins us now from New York City. And at first, what an amazing, inspirational story your life has become. Tell us what kind of injuries you sustained in that crash and what your recovery was like. I would say it was injuries were just catastrophic from the very get-go. Heart went across the chest, every major organ was damaged, shattered pelvis, broken left clavicle, all my ribs were broken pretty much, collapsed lungs, and your heart moved across your chest. That was the main concern. That was the main thing from the get-go, was taking care of the heart. 14 operations, 36 blood transfusions, 2 months in ICU, and 3 years for a full recovery. Wow. And so the most amazing thing about all that happened to you, now you're taking part in these triathlons. What made you decide that triathlons were okay for you? I mean, maybe, I don't know, you jog around for a little bit? I mean, how quickly did you make the transformation to being near death 8 times to I'm going to do things that most healthy people can't do in triathlons? It took about 3 years to realize, okay, I'm healthy, I'm in college, I'm on the swim team, I'm doing okay. The Ironman was always a goal of mine growing up. When I was a young boy, I remember watching the Ironman on TV every year. I was really interested in trying it out, so I thought about, let's give it a try, let's hope for the best. And luckily, it all worked out on October 13th, 2007. How athletic were you before your accident? Big swimmer, from Maryland. State champ swimmer, powerlifting, bodybuilding, track. Even though I'm doing Ironmans, my track background is shot put and discus, not marathons or long distance events. And swimming, it was 50 free and relays. So how important do you think it was to your recovery that you were such an accomplished athlete before your accident? It was crucial. Being healthy, being fit, coming from swim practice the day of the accident, that ultimately saved my life from the very get-go, including my blood donors. Having that healthy and fit background, my doctor said, Brian, if you were in bad shape or if you weren't living the right lifestyle, things could have been a turn for the worse. But luckily, my heart was strong enough, got to shock trauma, had my surgeries, had my operations, had my blood transfusions, and made a full recovery because of my healthy background and a lot of support from the medical team. You mentioned your blood transfusions. Am I correct in saying 36 blood transfusions? 36. And now you're a spokesperson for the Red Cross. Why is that so important to you? My whole background has taught me, to live life and be grateful for what you have. My background is all about showing that appreciation. As a Red Cross volunteer spokesperson, it's my passion in life to go out there and represent the blood donors, to put that face to the act of donating. 1 hour of your time can save up to 3 lives. I'm living proof of that. The Red Cross is always there, and right now the blood donations have been the lowest in this certain point of the summer that they have been in 15 years. So Ironman New York City is not just a race to go out there and just say, hey, I did a race. It's to raise awareness for the importance of blood donation and also showing that gratitude as well. So what's your goal for this weekend's race? The goal is always to finish. That's the priority. I've done 4 full Ironmans, over 30 endurance events from marathons to other triathlons. I've raced in New York City for the marathon and the triathlon in 2009, so I love racing in New York City, the energy, the people, the crowds. To do a personal best this weekend would be phenomenal, but just to finish, that is the main thing. Brian, you are such an inspiration to so many people. I'm wondering, who inspires you? I would say my family, my friends, my parents especially. My parents are my heroes. Seeing what they had to go through every single day, being on both sides of my hospital bed, praying for me, crying their eyes out every day. Seeing them go through that, I'll never forget that. And everything I do since then, it's my motivation to keep going and keep them smiling, keep our family together, and keep them happy. All right, so you got the Ironman this weekend. What's coming up after that? A lot of Red Cross events. I'm hosting blood drives all throughout the area, throughout the country. Going to graduate school later in the fall. So it's all about living life to the fullest and just being grateful for every single second. And would you like to see the Ironman become an Olympic event? That would be great. I know right now it's perfect timing for the Olympics and the Ironman to take place because, I'm watching all these track events and swimming events. I'm like, wow, I got an Ironman to do. So it's like perfect timing to go in there, have that motivation. Like, okay, I'm gonna go get some medals. But luckily, it's just to go in there just to finish. So this is your chance. This is your chance right here to say it on national TV. There are a bunch of wimps in the Olympics. They couldn't do an Ironman. They couldn't handle what you do.
That's not coming from me.
Brian, I tell you what, you are an inspiration to so many people, and I cannot thank you for, I can't thank you enough for joining us this morning. Great job, Brian.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.